welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Dorcas, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, like and comment and share. And I would also like to appreciate everyone who has subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate you all. Today's video is about my life as a foreign student in India. So in this video, I'll be sharing my experience in India as a foreign student. So the first thing I would like to share with you what I've experienced here in India is the first thing is the language. There is a language barrier for foreign students, especially if you're in your first year. I remember when I was in my first year, it was really difficult for me to really get what they were saying, because most of the times they'll be using Hindi, instead of Punjab, and sometimes they'll also use Punjabi. So it was quite hard for me to get what they're saying, and I think this is the most common barrier that most foreign students really have. But India is they use English as the main mode of communication for their students, but because not everyone can actually get English. Not that they don't know, but they really prefer themselves to be taught in their mother language. For example, here in the state of Punjab, they would use Punjabi or they would use Hindi, because it's by the north as well. So the language barrier was the main hindrance that I experienced. And I feel like sometimes when you ask them what is the meaning of this, and then they would put a little bit of Hindi, so it was quite challenging for me. And then the second thing would be memorizing instead of actually understanding. Sometimes foreign students, they would rather memorize or cram, as they say, instead of them to understand what they are being taught. So it was it's really kind of hard for a foreign student to just understand and get what they're saying, and understand to learn to understand, not just cram so that you can pass the exams. I think that's the major hindrance that most foreign students actually experience as well. And so the next thing will be food. Oh my god, the food is so spicy if you're not used to having spicy food. For me, I'm Zambian, so it was quite really hard for me to eat spicy food. And the next thing would be they will also have, mostly of the food is actually veg, and oh god, it's quite hard to eat the veg food for me. I don't know about other people, but for me it was quite really hard. And we don't even eat beef, because cow is sacred in India. And the major thing that we eat for us here is chicken. Chicken is expensive if you look at it in the sense of prices and compared to the vegetarian foods. So food was quite challenging for me as well. And the next thing would be the academic system being different. It's very different. The academic system here is very different. In this place, they talk about most of the time they want quantity combined with quality as well, but they would rather see you write more in your transcripts, in your paper, the sheets that you're given to the answer booklets. So you have to write more of that. You have to write and write and write and write for you to actually have great marks. So it was quite challenging to actually adapt to those kind of system, because I was used to my African system, in which you just write the important things and then you're given the marks because you've written quality stuff and not about the quantity issue. So it's quite challenging in that kind of sense. And most of the times where you have attendance where you can't sit for exams if you're not having higher than 75 or 75% of attendance, so you cannot sit for your exams, and that results into backlogs, absent or F grade and all that stuff. So this is also another challenging part of being a foreign student in India. The other thing would be climate. The climate is it's quite different. Like, I'm from a tropical country, and the sun is like, we experience the sun, but like here it's really gets hot. Like, it goes to 40 degrees, 45 degrees, sometimes even 50 in some places, but here it's like, thank God, it goes to 40, and that's the max of 42. The thing is the winter as well. The winter is very cold here. It's extremely cold. It goes to 8 degrees, and oh my God, it's super cold. It's super cold. Yeah, and some places like Manali, Shimla, in Himachal Pradesh, there is snow. You can experience snow in those places. The next thing would be culture. The culture barrier, the culture difference is it's vast. It's crazy. It's oh my God. I would really say that I experienced culture difference because most of the times when we are Africans, and we are comfortable in our own skin, in our own way of attire, the way we walk, the way we wear, the way what we dress, and how we just carry ourselves is quite different from the Indian way or the Punjabi sense, or a way of culture, the way of life. It's different. So it was quite challenging, and yeah, it's still a challenge for me because there's some things that I am comfortable doing, but because I'm in Punjab, because I'm in India, I can't do those things. So yeah, that's another thing. And yeah, and last but not the least would be my overall experience in India. I would say I can't say I didn't really see things. I can't say I really, whatever I thought India would be is what I actually received. There's some places, some things that I expected and didn't actually experience, and didn't actually got. Those things were not fulfilled to me. As in, for example, I thought it would be like the Western world, but like, well, it's in Asia, and it's basically not that different from Africa. But as you can see, India is really developing, and it's it's developing at a very faster rate compared to the African countries. Some of the African countries, not all. Yeah, and I would also say, yeah, there's some things that I expected, that I thought like maybe there'll be segregation, and people looking at you in a different way. Quite alright, there's some people who look at me in a different way because I'm an African, but not everyone is like that. So I would say my overall experience is really okay, and thank you for watching this video, and yeah, subscribe, share. Thank you, bye, see you next time.